Alright, starting this list off the right way is a victory dance. One of the things I love about BanjoKazooie is its happy tone, charm, and user-friendliness. The game made you feel like every little thing you did was an accomplishment. Like how a triumphant tune plays when you complete a minor task, or how Bottles congratulates you for collecting all 100 notes in a level. But the best example is Banjo's dancing. In order to progress throughout the game, you had to collect jiggies, little jigsaw puzzle pieces that allowed you to open new worlds, and progress further through Gruntilda's castle. Finding and unlocking these jiggies could be a bit of a challenge, and Banjo's dance just made you feel great about it. Oh, come on, how could this euphoric jingle not be on the list? It has victory in the name! The victory fanfare from Final Fantasy is on here for the memorability and nostalgia associated with it. Ever since the first game, this familiar jingle played whenever you defeated a large boss in the game, and it made you feel like what you just did mattered, as if the world were sharing in your happiness. Seriously though, this has been present in almost every game in the series, and it's always a delight to the ears. This one is very similar to the last one, but is just higher up for one reason: the dancing. Throughout the Sonic series, you are ranked on certain stages based on how quickly you complete them. Depending on how well or unwell you do on a stage, you can get either a happy Sonic or a despondent Sonic. You hear that familiar melody, watch your high score rise, and then Sonic starts breakdancing?
See my swag.
The jingle has been present in most modern Sonic games, and even though the dancing has only been present in a few, it still makes this more fitting and lovable than the victory fanfare. Sorry Final Fantasy fans, not this time. Okay, a lot of you may not agree with me and say that taunting doesn't count as a victory ritual, but let me explain. In Super Smash Bros., each character has a taunt or set of taunts that they can perform to further humiliate the character they just killed, or just use it randomly. It does nothing to enhance the gameplay, and can even backfire if you're not careful, but it's definitely fun to use. Oh, and before you go saying that this still doesn't count, let's look at Classic Mode from the original Smash. If you perform your taunt just before your opponent flies off screen, you'll get a bonus called Fighter Stance. So it counts! Brawl stepped it up, with each character having 3 separate taunts. Some of my personal favorites are Peach's, Pikachu's, and of course, Sonic's.
You're too slow!
Okay, I tried not to put this on the list, but it's become such a trend now that I had to make room for the Halo Teabag. If you're playing Halo 3 online, and you kill someone, you can tilt the analog stick in such a way that you end up adding insult to injury. Now, I'm proud to say that I've never teabagged someone personally, but my friends have done it, and I've definitely had it done to me plenty of times. Thankfully, I've gotten a lot better at FPS, so this doesn't happen to me quite as often as it did before. Or that might just be due to trolls finally starting to die off. Oh wait! Amaterasu's Battlecry stands out from other victory rituals because of how much emotion the game itself is charged with. Don't get me wrong, it's no Shadow of the Colossus, but it's still a very emotional game. After a heated battle with Ninetales, Orochi, Yami, or any other large boss, Amaterasu is exhausted, weary, but oh so satisfied. And just to show it off, she lets out a glorious howl to the heavens filled with cherry blossoms. This howl goes back to an idea proposed by the man we all know and love as John Williams. He said that constants in a character or even an entire film should have a certain tune to match them. That way, when the tune is heard, you will always feel that emotion. That's what made his music so legendary. And the Okami Howl does the same thing.
Who let the dogs out?
The gym badge beats out all the previous contenders because of one thing. In all the previous cases, that feeling of conquering something great was very temporary, but you can keep a gym badge for the rest of your life. Or you could just start a new game, which most people would recommend. Every time you defeat a gym leader in every mainstream Pokemon game, that gym leader will give you a token of your success. Not only is it a nice memento, but it's also a symbol of authority. According to the Pokédex, certain Pokemon will only respond to you 100% of the time if you wear a certain level badge. Memorable, tangible, and useful, the gym badge is a great example of a victory ritual. Not to mention my own collection of a certain type of badge. Oh, it's so cute! The Kirby Dance has persisted throughout the entire franchise. From his early days on the NES to his new installments on the Wii, Kirby has always been cute and has always loved to dance. Oh, it's so cute! Whenever you defeat most bosses in the Kirby franchise, Kirby will celebrate by performing a special dance. If he wasn't adorable before, this is guaranteed to make you smile. That familiar tune will play, Kirby will start dancing, and the tenseness, or not so tenseness, of the fight just eases the way. Oh, it's so cute! Over the years, Kirby has added plenty of new moves to his repertoire, including jumping flat onto his face, that familiar Kirby pose, the team dance, and moonwalking? Seriously though, the Kirby Dance gives you a great feeling of joy, and it's always a pleasure to watch. Admit it, you knew this would be high on the list. Everybody's favorite ape's signature celebration has to be mentioned here. In most Donkey Kong games, DK will celebrate an achievement, whether it be completing a stage or defeating a boss, by beating his chest and whooping to his heart's content. Not only is this ritual iconic and memorable, but it's also realistic. In real life, larger apes such as gorillas are known to beat their chests in order to intimidate their opponent, and if possible scare them away. However, it's not uncommon for that same gorilla to continue beating their chest after their enemy has left, indicating it as some kind of victorious gesture. That's what makes Donkey Kong's chest beat so great.
Fatality.
Yes, believe it or not, I am a fan of Mortal Kombat. So how could the Fatality not be number one? It's become an icon in the world of gaming for the sheer effect it had on the fighting genre, as well as the entire community. With each new installment in the Mortal Kombat series, Fatalities have always been a staple in the series and will be for the foreseeable future. If you win a fight against someone in battle, you get the chance to humiliate them further as you finish them. Whether they're bloody, insane, creepy, or just plain weird, Fatalities will always be the greatest victory ritual in gaming history.